like to call to order the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners regular meeting for June 28, 2023. Roll call.
President Zipfel.
Here.
Vice President Rogers.
Here.
Commissioner Andrus.
Here.
Commissioner Lees.
Here.
Commissioner Zimmerman.
Here.
I would like to ask a very special guest, Daniel Schutz, who is an Eagle Scout recipient, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening. It's our honor to have you and your family here.
Flag of the United States of America.
Okay, thank you. We have a couple of housekeeping items, and then we're going to get to the fun stuff. First, I need to announce that the board was in executive session before this hearing to discuss personnel matters. Next, is there a motion for approval of tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Lees.
Second.
Second by Vice President Rogers. All in favor of approving tonight's agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we can move forward with our agenda. Citizens' comments. Are there any citizens' comments on agenda items? Right, not seeing anyone. We're going to move on to our consent items. Is there a motion to move the consent items on your agenda into the record?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Andrus.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Zimmerman. Those items include the Board of Commissioners' regular meetings minutes of May 22, North Penn Water Authority meeting minutes of April 25, the HTMA meeting minutes of April 11, the police report for the month of May, the treasurer's report for the month of June, and the bills payable, paid bills in the amount of $199,487, and unpaid bills in the amount of $585,187.58. With that, I'll call the question. All in favor of moving those into the record, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, those are moved into the record. Okay. Fun stuff. Daniel, if you would join me over at the podium. Get that. So poor Daniel's going to have to sit through what is something of the similar presentation that I made about, 5-6 weeks ago, maybe? Yeah. Over at Troop 51's campsite, or their scout house. And, but anytime someone has the dedication, not just to do the Eagle Scout project, but to have been a Boy Scout for so many years, to have committed to that organization and the things that it stands for so long, that's not just an achievement that really, it really demands that we have Eagle Scouts come in here and be recognized by the township and by the commissioners as a whole. So this is I said this at the last time when we got together, this is pretty special for me, and maybe that's why I got so excited when I heard that you and your family were going to be here tonight, because I've known Daniel since he was about, I think, 6 years old, because Daniel and Owen, my son, played t-ball together, and I can still picture the two of them, that whole team running around, jumping around, and just being young kids and enjoying themselves. And so it's a thrill for me, because while I didn't see him every day, I know Dave and Katie well, and every time we would get together, we'd say, "How's the kids?" And we would exchange stories about Daniel and Owen and whatnot. And so I watched him grow up from afar, knowing full well that he was very involved in the Boy Scouts. And so as he got close to becoming an Eagle Scout, and his parents did me the honor of asking that I could join that ceremony, I was very excited to attend and thrilled to attend. And like I said before, these moments aren't just about, and you know this, but for those people who are going to watch this later on, they're not just about the project that you did for us, which we have pictures of. Do we have pictures of those as well? Okay, all right. But maybe we can put those up on the website. Yep. It's not just about that project. It's about all of the years culminating into the Eagle Scout, recognition. And so that is quite an honor, not just for you, but for your whole family, mom and dad, They're the ones who drove you when you needed to and picked you up when you needed to and probably nudged you out the house when maybe you didn't really want to go to something. And I'm sure maybe watched from a distance and helped a little bit with the project, because I know these become family projects. And so this is it's a recognition of Daniel, but his entire family, who I know and is very committed to, they are very committed to the governance in Hatfield. Great community members, passionate about their community, and probably what I can say, one of the things that gets me the most excited about giving you this recognition is, I know that you're following in their footsteps in your commitment to our community. So we have a proclamation for you, and I'd like to read that, and then we'll ask your whole family to come up. We'll get some photographs. So the proclamation reads as follows. Whereas the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners desire to recognize Hatfield resident Daniel Schutz, and whereas Daniel Schutz chose to focus on helping his local community when deciding his Eagle Scout service project, and whereas Daniel Schutz designed and constructed 2 pedestrian bridges along the trail at the Hatfield Township nature area, and whereas Daniel Schutz was responsible for raising the needed funds, recruiting and supervising fellow scouts and adults to assist in the project, and whereas Daniel Schutz's project and his efforts have provided a safe crossing for many pedestrians and cyclists and will remain an important feature of the park for years to come, and now therefore be it proclaimed in accordance with the foregoing that the Board of Commissioners of Hatfield Township does hereby endorse this proclamation as recognition of Daniel Schutz for his accomplishment of earning an Eagle Scout rank and for making Hatfield Township natural area safer and more accessible for its residents, proclaimed and presented this 28th day of June 2023 on behalf of all the board and 18,000 residents who regularly use our parks. I want to say congratulations and thank you.
I think I'd just like to thank my mom and dad and my brother for helping me in this huge journey for years and years and years. It's the biggest accomplishment of my life, and I'm super proud of myself, and I'm really thankful for the 3 of you. So, thank you.
Okay, not nearly as exciting things. We have our committee reports. So why don't we jump right into that? Thanks again, everybody.
Take care.
Congratulations. All right, committee reports. Planning and Zoning Committee, Vice President Rogers.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
All right, moving right along. Next is Public Works Committee, Commissioner Lees.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're making great progress with this year's road paving program. The accessible ramps are almost completed, and the road paving will begin in July. We're way ahead of schedule compared to last year's program. Our Public Works team met with our Parks team last night to make sure we'll be ready to receive the Veterans Memorial in School Road Park. We will be having a ceremony to dedicate the memorial in the early fall. We'll update everyone on the time frame once we get specific information from the vendor who is making and installing the memorial. Public Works team will be installing the final pedestrian bridge along the Fricks Trail over the next coming few weeks as long as the weather cooperates. The new roof for the salt shed, which was approved by the board last month, has been installed, and we are hiring a laborer for our Public Works team. If you know someone who has a CDL license and is looking for an opportunity, please have them apply at jobs.hatfield.org. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Okay, jumping right into Parks and Recreation Committee, Commissioner Zimmerman.
Programs, we've got the summer pickleball has started June 5th. It runs until September 22nd, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 noon at the pickleball courts at the community park. Registration fee is $35 for residents, $50 for non-residents, and registration is now open. And register online at www.hatfieldrec.com. There's also Aqua Zumba in the pool, started Monday, June 19th, which is an 8-week session. Class is full, though. Events, lots of events for this summer, as long as the weather cooperates. We had to cancel the first concert in the park this past Monday because of the weather, but hopefully going forward, everything will be fine. So our movies, the first one will be this Friday, June 30th. Starts at about 8:30 in School Road Park, and it's going to be Shrek. So bring your family and friends, a lawn chair, and some snacks out to the park for our series of outdoor movies. Concession items, snacks, hot dogs, and beverages available for purchase. In July, we will have Paws of Fury on Friday, July 14th. Again, School Road Park. Yeah. The Music Feast concert, we've got 2 great bands coming in July. On Monday, July 10th, from 6 to 8, it'll be the Panisse Family Band, again, always at School Road Park. And then on Monday, the 24th of July, 6 to 8 again, we have the Big Chill.
Excuse me.
So our Park and Recreation Department and the board are partnering with the Boy Scouts, Troops 229 boys and girls, to serve food, and a variety of food will be available for cash purchase. And I guess weather updates, just stay tuned to either the website or the Facebook page. Right now.
Okay. Public Safety Committee, we have a few announcements. On June 5th, our officers made a presentation to the students at Lansdale Montessori School. On June 17th, Hatfield officers took part in the borough's 125th anniversary celebration at Centennial Park. On June 19th, our officers had a good time interacting with the kids at the PAL miniature golf event at Freddie Hill Farms. And to show how busy and involved our officers are, on June 21st, we welcomed a new officer, Riley Hefner, to the department. Riley just graduated from the police academy, and she is now in our field training program. And tomorrow is our junior police academy, which will be held at School Road Park. And we will host 30 children from the area, and a big day of events is planned for all of them. Tomorrow, officers will also be participating in an event at Worcester Variety Club. Chief, that is a very busy June, just by way of community involvement, so thank you. Please thank everyone on staff, all the officers for their time and effort. Greatly appreciated. And last but not least, good news. On June 15th, our own Detective Sergeant Bill Steinberg and his wife Lauren welcomed a daughter, Ava Grace, into the world. All are doing well, and we are thrilled to add a new member to our Hatfield family. So please pass on our congratulations to Steinberg and Lauren. Okay, Finance Committee, Commissioner Andrus.
Thank you. I was reviewing the monthly financial statements for this meeting, and one of the revenue items caught my attention for the first time in many years, and that is interest earnings. Although the current interest rate environment will not be on our side when we talk about financing a new police station later this year. Increased rates have become a revenue source for the first time in more than a decade. Thanks to our Finance Director, David Bernhauser, Township has taken advantage of money market accounts available for public entities. Through investment, we have earned roughly $107,000 of interest at this point. We should earn over about $200,000 for the year, compared to well under $50,000 per year in previous budgets. So it's looking favorable. Interest rate certainly not going to counterbalance the increased interest charges for the police station, but it is positive. The earnings won't entirely offset, but it's a good view for us. And
Okay. Well, we have a shorter meeting tonight. We only have 2 action items, and the first is a tax appeal settlement for 2321 North Broad Street. Is there a motion for approval of that tax appeal settlement? Motion by Commissioner Andrus.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Lees. Mr. Solicitor, I believe you have both of these.
Yes, these are property appeals. Tax year 2023.
Out of curiosity, are those numbers our share of it, or is it just we only have a
Those
portion of that?
numbers are what they overpaid.
Our portion of it is much smaller. Okay, all right, so we are still in action item A, which is related to 2321 North Broad Street. There was a motion for approval, there was a second. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. And second, is there a motion for approval of the tax appeal settlement for 1740 North Broad Street? By Vice President Rogers,
Second.
second by Commissioner Zimmerman. Any questions, concerns, or comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Township staff reports. Aaron, I'm not sure if we have much.
Thanks, Mr. President. No formal report, but just a few items I wanted to touch on. We had obviously a light agenda this month, but next month we'll have a crowded room. It'll be the first time we give a public overview of Scott and I. Today we're at Warrington Station, which we hired the same design team from, and we're using our basis for beautiful facility. And so we still meet weekly, twice a week with our design team. We've been going through the process, and we'll finally talk about it publicly at the meeting. Design team did go to the planning commission meeting with Scott 2 weeks ago and did get a recommendation for approval. Process, just like any other applicant. Public will like to see what we've been working on and how much it's going to clean up the Cowpath corridor across from Giant. So next month, this room will be very crowded. We're also doing the Chapman Scholarships. So we'll have a room full of police officers to get to see the presentation about their future home, as well as recognize and award 5 local high school students. So we'll have a productive July meeting.
Great, exciting. All right, anything else?
That's all I have for tonight.
Okay, anyone else have any questions or comments? Citizens' comments, any questions? All right, hearing none, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there such a motion? Motion adjournment by Commissioner Lee, second by Commissioner Andrus. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thanks for coming out, folks.